Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to The Long Dark, a deep survival game set in the Canadian wilderness. We're lost, tired and alone, and winter is hot on our heels. For this Let's Play, we're going to be selecting Interloper Difficulty, which is currently the hardest. And if and when we screw up and die horribly, I'll likely start the second run because, well, this game is awesome. I played it a little bit, and I streamed it a little bit as well on Twitch. The links will be below for that, if Twitch is your thing. So let's not waste any more time. Let's dive on in and go find a wolf or a bear to hug or something. And away we go! Our plane has been brought down, of course. We just want to see if we can make it through each day. There are lots of different difficulty settings for you to choose, so you don't have to rock on the hardest. Alright, well, I know where we are. Oh, do I? Wow, I haven't played this in a little while. Getting used to the controls again. So we're grabbing some food straight away. Now of course we start off with terrible clothing. Just absolutely the worst kind of clothing for hanging out in the middle of a wintry blizzard. Now there's a tower up there and there's a good chance of getting clothing too. But there's also a wolf nearby, which I'm a little nervous about. And that would just be splendid. Go ahead and run into him straight away and die. Well, let's just risk it. We're gonna risk it for a biscuit, as they say. And there he is. Fucking dear God. It's gonna back away nice and slow, nice and carefully. Is. And I'm gone. Okay. So you can see why I was being a wuss. Comes up to going up to that place. Perhaps I should have hung left. Crawled around there. Now, I believe this is the newest map. And it's called Forlorn Mustang. And I'm really not that experienced on it at all. I generally leave it as quick as possible, or I head over to one of the corners where there is a cabin, but it's not really a cabin, it's more like a, I don't even know what you would call it, just a shed or something. And it's quite open to the elements. Wow. You can see the weather is rather cold today. That wind is really biting. I'm gonna grab some of these mushrooms. I think I've made up my mind for this run. We're just gonna leave here. Now, I'm not trying to tell anyone else how to play this game. I'm certainly not trying to say that I'm gonna be playing the game efficiently or anything like that. I'm just trying to have fun and do as best as I can, really. There are different methods to success, really.
Goddamn freezing.
Goddamn freezing! It's gonna be okay. So what we want to do is cut across here, but there's a lot of weak ice that's really, really dangerous, so we're just playing it safe. Ah, I see some deer over there. Pretty good, pretty good. I'm gonna take advantage of this while we can. Now we are freezing, so that now means that we are taking continuous damage from the cold. You can see the other bars on the left. We've got our exhaustion meter currently showing rested, so we've had plenty of sleep before we crashed. Our thirst is fine, we're slaked right now. And our hunger is also perfect. But when those bars go down, they all add up and accumulate damage, which is the real deal. On Interloper, it's fine to be starving all the time. You generally eat before you sleep. You take in enough calories to get the longest sleep possible. Because there's like this bonus effect. The longer you sleep, consecutive hours, like, the more of a bonus you get. Alright, what do we got here? Bones. Alright, got a survival book and a backpack. On Interloper as well, you really don't find much loot at all compared to the other modes. And that's really what I like about it. It's pretty awesome. So there's a train track that runs up the middle of the map. And we're basically taking that until we get off the map now. I'm going to show the rough direction to go if you want to go to the shack, because you can find a hammer there and a whole bunch of different stuff. There's a safe, you can craft tools and so on, but it's really brutal and it's really cold there, and you have limited resources. It's going to run out. You have to keep a fire going the whole time if you want to be able to sleep there, because otherwise it's just too cold. There is a nice supply of coal initially. I'll keep you going for a day or so. After that, you better have plans to survive. Survive! And this wind, such an eerie wind. Listen to it. Makes me just want to curl up in a ball, go to sleep, never wake up again. So we're on the track now. We're down to 89 health already. This is our condition in the bottom left that you can see, of course. And when that gets to what, 10% or lower, we start getting really drowsy and staggering around. Pretty soon we're going to collapse. Now there's a deer carcass over there teasing me. If I had a hacksaw, wow, we could have a field day. But to be honest, generally, unless it's nice weather, and even then, you really need to have a fire next to a corpse like that if you want to harvest it or process it. And because time passes when you do jobs like that, so you can speed up time effectively, and all of a sudden a storm could blow in, put out your fire even then, and you can get in a world of pain. But nobody said it was going to be easy, right? I really love the challenge in this game. This is probably easily one of my favorite survival games, if not the number one. Now you can see these red carriages up ahead. I'm going to be able to get some shelter there and find some really key gear. We should find either matches or a flare there. It's probably just going to be a flare. I think the matches are a low percentage, and probably a couple of other things. There's going to be some coal in there too, and there's a place where we can get a fire going safely without the wind affecting it. It's like an oil drum or a barrel of some kind, and it's out of the wind, but we can't sleep in there. We would need a bedroll to be able to do that. So I think all we really want to do is just heat up and move on. Or just move on. In fact, I think that's probably what I am going to do, just move on. Now, there's lots and lots of calories that I'm just completely ignoring here. And it is a trade-off. How many calories do you want to take with you off the map before you leave? Versus how much damage do you want to take before you leave? Due to the cold, the longer you stay out, the more stuff you can harvest and the lower you get. The choice is yours! Now there's a wolf around here a lot of the time. These things are always subject to change, but it's good to be prepared, right? So we get up around the right, but I'm going to go around the left first of all, 'cause it's kind of where you see the wolf. I want to get an idea if it is there. There's loot here. Wow. A granola bar. Oh, mercy. I don't see the wolf, but that's usually when they get you. What a cruel world. Now, to be honest, we've had a good start. Even though that wolf came and tried to get us early, there can be 4 wolves patrolling along the track in between here and where we just came. And you have to crawl and move very slowly and be patient. So I'm counting my blessings because we didn't have to go through that. Alright. Grabbing this, then I'm going to get out of the wind, see what loot there is inside, and have a little think. Plan our next step. I wanted to loot everything out here if I could. Just a few more sticks if possible. Just in case I do choose to make a fire inside here. Can also be a bear as well. Now, let's get inside. Okay, alas, as I thought, it's a flare. Matches for the win. Oh, but looky, looky. We scored, so. One thin wool sweater. Bellissimo. Look at that. Not bad, not bad. So you can see all these empty slots. We need to fill this as soon as possible. Get as many layers as we can. I think I'm just going to get out of here. I would rather save my calories, and I would rather save everything else and just heal up off of the map at the next location. There's a place I'm heading. It's going to be a cabin. Guaranteed, I know the route. And that's where I can sleep and heal up. Make a fire. It's nice and safe in the cabin. Until you run out of what you need to survive, really. So it can be a cozy place to die. You can't get too complacent. You're constantly striving to find food, tools, and all the resources you need to just exist out here. I thought that was a bear up ahead, but it's not. There's a wolf there. We're looking good. I gotta say, they've been kind to us. The gods have smiled upon us as far as obstructions. Now we might... Okay, there's the bear. Now you can hear that quack, 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 quack. Really strange sort of cawing, croaking of the crows nearby. It's kind of what they do. Just gonna hope that he's not running after me right now. His range is way player friendlier than the wolves, let's put it that way. God, these winds are freaking me out. When the winds get up like that, it's hard to hear the other stuff like footfalls and howls and growls and snuffles and stuff. And the wind hides it. Alright, well, so long. I'm gonna miss this map one bit. Now, for all I know, there could be people screaming, "Ah, you gotta go here, you gotta go there, bro. No, you're missing the best bits." And you're probably right. And I'd always be happy to do another run. I don't mind if people want to set challenges too, like you must only survive on full-on Mustang. I actually do a Pleasant Valley challenge where I head to Pleasant Valley and then I just have to stay there as soon as I get there. So that means I can't go to any other map looking for matches and so on. We're just trying to repeatedly extend... Oh, you are kidding me. Extend our record of surviving there. Now we're just gonna keep backing off slow, and then we just end up running. Little woofers, so I'm not gonna be able to get the loot really. Oh, I guess we did get it, but come on, come on, come on, come on. You're fucking kidding me, dude. Bad wolf. I feel like I'm too heavy. I don't understand why. I feel like I can't run all of a sudden. Ah. Of course, we can. It's just really strong headlong winds, so winds in our face. Slowing us down. Oh man, I'm scared, guys. Grills. I'm scared. So all we do now is hug the right here. Cabin is gonna suddenly appear. No! Do you see what I see? Making friends out here. Friends we don't need. Alright. I just want to play this overly careful. Because I'm so done with these walls already. They're not trustworthy. Where did he go? What a ninja, there he is. Can't believe he's on this side of the tracks even. But we can't complain because we could have had to go past 4 of these on the other map. If you're really unlucky, it's very awkward. It's completely doable, but you would take a lot more damage. And if that had happened, I would have had to stop and make a fire. Alright, he is heading towards the tracks. He's putting some distance. So I am just going to get up and run soon. But yeah, so we were crouching. Crouching is kind of like your stealth mode. Helps out a lot. You can get very close to walls with your crouching, but it's still really scary because we're playing Interloper, and on the Interloper, walls turn you into mincemeat in seconds, especially if you have such a little amount of clothing. Well, the end of the day is starting to come. It looks like sunset soon. Sun's gonna be dropping. And round we go, round the corner to the right. And there she be. A cabin in the woods. What a beautiful sight. Salvation! Let me inside, please. Oh, mercy. There we go. Now, if we hold down here, we can see it is still -1. So, we're taking damage. What we need to do... Benny! We'll say hi to... Oh my goodness. Well, I don't even know what to say about that, but let's do this for now. What we do is we...
I'm so cold. I just wanna...
Oh, I got hypothermia? You're kidding me. Oh. Okay, I freaked out. I confused frostbite with hypothermia. We really didn't want to get frostbite. Hypothermia, weak and
I
cruel.
think I need to lay down.
Like, we can fix hypothermia, but we can't fix frostbite once we've actually gotten it. It's like permanent damage, and it takes like 10% off of your condition, I think. So, as you can see, Remain above freezing for 23 hours. We do that, it's fine. Now, there's a bedroll. I jumped into bed just to get that numb status instead of freezing, and now I shouldn't be taking damage. So I can loot. Have a little look around. Check around the backs of chairs.
Man.
I could have still missed something there, but it's hard to see.
Think straight.
Got a Bookerino. Okay, let's start methodically. And hey, feel free to shout out if you see me miss something. Ah, damn it. Well, I guess we can pop our... Oh yeah. Okay. We have to use the flare here. Now you could see under those other shelves, it was too dark to see. So we're going to use the flare. And we're going to make a fire as well.
This
With it.
stuff will come in handy.
We're not just using the flare to see, we're going to make a fire too. So it's two birds with one stone. You generally always want to do that. You're going to make a fire, you want to stockpile as much water as you can by melting snow. Even if you can't carry all the water with you, it's fine. Benny, old boy, let me go through your pockets. What do you have for me today? Absolutely nothing. Well, sir, I must say, you're looking fantastic as usual. Me and Benny go way back, you see. And he just seems to get everywhere. He's quite a well-traveled chap. So, what do we got under there in the corner? Absolutely nothing.
I'll take it.
Oh, look at all these extras. Look at all these extras. Much better. Now you can see in here, that made all the difference. Temp feels like 0 degrees instead of -1. So we kind of removed the tick. Now I'm going to be really exhausted, which is no good. Don't really have much of a say about that. Yeah, I can't sprint now, of course. But still, let's just do what we gotta do. Yeah. Look at all the loot! Wow, however will I hold it all? Well, there you go. What's that? Anything in the corner? No. Think there's anything under there? Nah. Well, typical, typical, typical. That is the joys of Interloper, folks. Here we go. Now we can use coal to keep it going. We don't have much wood on us. We've got some thin
Come on, little
sticks, which are really good for getting a fire going, but they're not good for getting it to burn for a long time efficiently. You want bigger, harder types of wood or coal. You can always get more coal by going into various caves and mines around different maps. And we got it going first time. That's actually amazeballs. So straight away, I want to melt the smallest amount of snow a second. Every time you go to sleep, you really want to fill your drink meter up full just before you go to sleep, because otherwise you're going to start dehydrating in your sleep, which is no good. Useless. Nice. Okay. Stocking up on that water. Getting really parched now. As soon as we finish that, I'm going to take a drink actually. As you can see, we're still ticking down lower, but our plan now is to fix that. Trash that. What a lovely fire there. And this is just a rarity, so we're very lucky. This means we can sleep outside, in caves, in cars, different things like that. Where we wouldn't usually be able to sleep. Gives you an extra heat bonus. Cars are like death traps otherwise. Unless you like, see how dark it is now, isn't that cool? I really like the lighting in this game. Oh yeah, I wanted to check around the back here. With a light. Nope. So we're just dropping that on the floor there. We can grab it in the morning. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ooh, that was just stupidly close. Last piece I'm going to use. So there you go, we're going to have at least like 6 liters, which is good. It's going to last a few days. And it means we don't need fire. You don't want to make a fire each day just for water, really. It's just going to eat through your matches. And if I found like a striker, like a ferrous rod or something like that, it's just ideal. Or even a magnifying glass. But they're extremely rare. You're not guaranteed to find them at all. And for example as well, there's an item called the rifle. And you get bullets and ammo. But on Interloper, I don't think you can even find that. So the game changes quite a bit. Now, let us take a brand and head upstairs to the dark bedroom. Now, how are our calories doing? We are down to 145. Okay. Let's have a little look-see. Alright, well, it takes us up to a pretty good place to rest. I guess we'll have a sleep, and then we'll call it there for episode 1. So I'll give a little quick demo for those who are really new to the game or checking it out for the first time. I think, okay, I'm gonna eat this. Now food obviously gives you a different amount of calories depending on what you're eating. I'm gonna save this tin because unless I have a tin opener, I'm gonna waste some of it. So you can see the calories going up again. Cat stalks are amazing, by the way. So I just want to go up to about 700. Because now, and you don't have to worry about the brands that I'm holding. If I drop it, it won't set the place on fire. Luckily. Or yet, at least. What we want is 10 hours worth of sleep. So you can see that's how many calories we need. So what I'm going to do is eat one more, and then we're going to have a drink. Because as you eat, you make yourself thirsty. We topped up our thirst downstairs, and you can see how it's already gone down. So, 37 condition we're on now. Pretty evil. Let us finally take a well-earned nap. We're going to go for those full 10 hours. So 37, hoping for 50s, 60s. Yeah, almost 70. So you can see straight away there's a lot of indicators down there. Dehydration is the first one. So I'll take a quick drink. And there you go, we made it through the night. We're at base camp at the moment. We can break this down later for wood and stuff. There's lots of exploring to do. Lots of exploring to do.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
And there we go. So, thank you ever so much for joining me and watching this. I do hope you had fun. Feel free to leave a comment or a like, or even a dislike if it's not your thing. That's why it's there. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. So either way, I do hope to see you back again. And until next time, ciao for now.